So I recently had a couple of losses in one of my businesses, and it led me down a path that I've sometimes gone live. This time I went longer, where I was like, what if I lost everything? I had nothing to my name and I had to start a business from scratch. And in today's video, that's exactly what I'm going to share with you. Stick around. Hey guys, my name's Yahya, founder and creator of Record Breaker, where I help you shatter past your highest revenue record months in the shortest amount of time. So in today's video, I've broken it down into a couple of high-level principles that I follow based on my personality and what I've seen work across the board. And then I've broken it down into specific actions and tactical things I would do to grow the business. So the first principle is going to be to build whatever I build publicly, documenting every step of the journey, each step of the way. And I give all the credit to one of my mentors, Gary Vee, for introducing me to the concept of building and documenting at the same time. Because there are so many people who I learned from and I look at their success and I wish they documented their journey to make it easier for me. And that's what I do. And I teach my clients to do the same thing. Because let's look at it from a marketing point of view. If someone is building a business and they're documenting their entire journey, they're being super overly transparent. And so what transparency does is that it automatically builds credibility. And credibility is one of the most powerful things any company, any business can have as part of its brand. And so you want to start building credibility and transparency from day one. In fact, I go so far as to say that if you're working with people who are not transparent in their processes and their businesses, maybe you should question that. So whatever I'm doing, I'm going to be documenting it on social media. I'll probably pick one or two platforms and I would share everything that isn't confidential openly and publicly. The next principle that I follow is to lead with value. What that simply means is give a person value first before asking them to work with me. So for example, in Record Breaker, I enjoy helping people grow their businesses, essentially make more money. So I would help and get a person to make more money before I even ask them to pay me money to work with me. And from a marketing point of view, it's very, very powerful because not only does it build brand value and does it build trust, it also exposes everybody to the way you do what you do. Some people like it, some people love it, some people don't like it. The people who love it, they're automatically going to want to work with you. I still do that till today. I've got a Facebook group with tons and tons of free trainings for people. Every time someone connects with me, I send them one of my trainings, one of my programs, one of my assets to take a look at and get value from, even before I've decided whether I want to work with them or not. So I would definitely lead, always give value first, lead with value. The sale, the money is almost a byproduct. And the third principle, which is very important to me, and I teach it to all my clients as well, is to do something I love doing anyway. Is to do something I would be doing anyway. Is to work with the sort of profile of person I would love working with anyway. Because when you're doing that, it doesn't feel like work. You love it and you automatically become very good at it. You love exchanging notes, you love sharing value, you love helping that person anyway, and you happen to make money in the process. I see a lot of entrepreneurs who grow their business to a certain point and then all of a sudden they get sick and tired of that business and they shut it down and they go off into the mountains. And that's usually because the business they were building is not something they were super passionate about to begin with. The people they were helping are not the people they were super passionate about working with in the first place. So these are the three fundamental principles upon which I would build any business. Now let's get down and dirty in the exact tactics. So the first tactic, the first action item, the first thing I would do is acquire a high value skill that I can monetize. And because I love working with coaches, consultants, course creators, and business owners in the online e-learning marketing space, there's a ton of things that they need that I already know, but if I didn't know, I'd learn them straight away. People like these need copywriting. I'd learn copywriting for free off the internet, and then as soon as I made some money, I'd invest it in a program from a copywriter who I respect and look up to learn at an accelerated pace. Another thing is video editing. I've had to edit my own videos a long time ago. That's something that I quite enjoy. I just haven't done it in a while, but I quite enjoy that. I just might do that. Closing sales. I do my own sales. I love closing. I love sales calls. To me, they're just fun chats with people I like. One step behind sales closing is outreach, appointment setting. If I hadn't acquired any of these skills along my journey towards where I am today, I would immediately learn one of these and deploy it. The next thing I would do is offer my services for free to people that I looked up to and wanted to work with. This is a no-brainer, and I don't get why enough people don't do it. I've had some amazing people reach out to me and be like, hey, I'm a thumbnailer and I've recreated your thumbnail for you. Please go ahead and use it. There was a guy who reached out to me. He had redone my entire sales page. If I was doing copy, I'd reach out to people and I would reword their copy, their blog post or their Facebook post or whatever, and I'd give it to them and be like, hey, why don't you try this out? If I was a video editor, I could either reach out to a person and tell them, hey, could you give me your raw video format and I'll edit it for you? Alternatively, I could even get one of their videos off the internet, re-edit it based on my style and how I think they will enjoy it, and send it over to them. Because here's the thing, I am looking for the shortest path to making money. And the shortest path to making money is not to be listed on websites and go around pitching my services without actually demonstrating my capabilities and my services. But it's a lot easier if I start demonstrating what I know and do it with enough people. Somebody or the other is going to turn around and be like, hey, can you do this for me? And during the process, I would be super honest and I'd be like, hey, I will do this for you for free. And if I do a good job, would you be kind enough to give me a testimonial? Can I do a case study with you? Because I need that to showcase my portfolio, to showcase that not only do I do a great job, but there's social proof of me doing a great job. Right now, if you go to the Record Breaker channel, there's tons and tons of interviews I've done with clients of mine that literally showcase how I help people make money. And so that's what I would do, because it does two things. One, it tells the person that they're not getting a free meal, because people generally tend not to value free meals. Two, it's an honest and open transaction. It's literally a transaction. You're doing something for them. If you do a good job, they're going to reciprocate by giving you a testimonial or a case study, or writing good words about you wherever it is that you're looking to be ranked. The third thing is to get enough of these in place to turn the free service into a paid service, and here's how I do it. So let's say I was learning a brand new skill that I don't know. I need to practice that skill. I need to get better at that skill. And so I work for free for people until I'm super good at that skill. And so during that time, I'm not only accumulating tons of testimonials, but I'm also mastering that skill to a level where I deserve to be paid a good amount of money for that skill. I turn it into a paid gig, and the first people I go to are the people that I'm already working with. And I'm like, hey, would you be open to paying me a certain amount for doing this for you? Would you be open to profit share? For the longest time in Record Breaker, I was doing profit shares. I'd go to people and I'd be like, hey, I will help you add $20,000 extra to your sales. Out of that $20,000, can you pay me $5,000? And everyone's like, yes, absolutely. I'd be more than happy to pay you that money, because I help people make money. So it makes perfect sense for me to be able to share that with them. So charging prices, sharing profits, doing a performance-based agreement, that would be something that I would follow. Now, when I'm working with a lot of people one-on-one and I'm charging money and I'm making money and I'm doing a good job, now with the practice also comes the ability to sort of bifurcate and profile all the people that are working with me. Out of those people, I would select the people that I like the best, my ideal clients. I would see what I did for them, and I would see the overarching patterns in those people. I've done that in Record Breaker program. When someone enters, I know exactly what their problem is, usually better than they know it themselves, and I know exactly what they're going to do to achieve their result. And so the results come very fast. But in order to do that, I had to do one-on-ones with lots and lots and lots of people until the next person I was signing on, I wasn't learning anything new from them. I knew how to help people make money like the back of my hand. That's the time to turn the one-on-one hour-based or performance-based service into a program or a course or any sort of monetizable digital product that I would then sell to people at a price. Now, what am I doing here? What I'm doing here is I'm trading time for money. So in the beginning, I would spend my time, my energy, working one-on-one, focusing on people, getting them fantastic results. Then I would take my time back and I would create a product to help them achieve the same. And there's various ways of creating products. Within my own program, Record Breaker, I still do one-on-one as and when needed to help people along the journey. You can have an entire digital course that has nothing to do with you, where there's just pre-recorded modules that people can consume, or you can do a membership or a subscription or a coaching program. Like, there's tons of ways to do that. And so that would be the next step, to go from one-on-one service or charging an hourly or a weekly or a monthly rate to creating a digital product or a program that you then sell at a flat rate or a subscription rate, so on and so forth. The next step would be to scale that. And what that involves is automating processes and hiring more people to my team. And here's where I would exchange even more time for money. I would get a lot of my time back when I start adding people to my team for doing certain parts of the jobs that I was previously doing. Now, the reason I would put it off for so long is that I believe in first acquiring and learning a skill myself, knowing it inside out, and then hiring someone else to do it for me. Because if I did it before that, I wouldn't know if the person who was working for me, whether they're doing a good job or not. And so, ladies and gentlemen, this is how I would build an entire business from scratch. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave me a comment and tell me which part of business building you're at right now. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.